say. Young Henry being offended, and didst to her did say, Arise, you blooming Caroline, and with me come away. We will go to London with full speed. Is there we'll spend a happy life indeed. She bundled up her costly robes with Henry for to roam o'er hills and lofty mountains and far away from home. O'er hills and lofty mountains and down young lonesome glens. O'er hills and lofty mountains and far away from home. Oh Henry dear, if you prove severe, you'd ne'er to on me frown. You'd break the heart of Caroline from Edinburgh town. Full of grief and far relief, to the wild wood she did go, to eat such fruit as she might find it on the bushes grow. For the one she had to pity her, they were 10 on her to frown, and more to say, why did you stray from Edinburgh town? She leaned her back up to an oak, and she began to cry, to watch the steamers and small boats as they did pass her by. She gave 3 screams for Henry, she plunged her body down. Do you mind the day you stole away from Edinburgh town? She left her shawl and bonnet and a note upon the shore, and in this note 3 lines she wrote, Alas, I am no more. I'm in the deep and fast asleep, where the small fish swim around. I was once the blooming Caroline from Edinburgh town.
Hills and dells and the lakes of Killarney, back to the old home where I long to be. Back to the land where the shamrock are growing, and to the things that I once used to know. To my own sweet Colleen, who's dear after the throne. She promised me she would wait long ago. Oh, and far off Killarney, the bright sun is shining, and on the street hills all the wild fountain fair. For the calling I met there, my poor heart is breaking. Daytime and nighttime I long to be there. Oh, I long to return where the shamrock is growing, to stroll beneath the clover or to be with you. To sit there in sweet fragrance, the south winds are blowing, just to whisper again love's old story to you. Killarney, Killarney, a place that I love, with a snake staring through as the bright skies above, where we told our stories and vowed to be true. I am sighing tonight for Killarney and you.
Well done.
I didn't think I could sing it note at all and be going to come.
Now what about this lady here?
Oh, in Banbridge town in the county down one a morning last July, down a Boring Green came a sweet Colleen, as she smiled as she passed me by. She looked so neat from her two bare feet to the shade of her nut brown hair. What a coaxing girl, she said herself, she was surely really near.
I'm bound freeway up to Derry, and a long way to Dublin town.
No maid I've seen like the brown Colleen that I met in the county down. At the harvest fair, I'll be surely there, I'll be dressed in my Sunday clothes. My boots shone bright and my hair come right to the mead of the nut brown rose. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay and from Galway to Dublin town. No maid I seen like the brown Colleen that I met in the county down. That's what
with sadness and with sorrow, many hearts are filled with anguish and with pain. But old Ireland, how she hangs her head in mourning for her sons who died at Upton for Sinn Féin. So let the moon shine tonight along the valley, where our heroes fought Sinn Féin in ambush fell. May they rest in peace, those men who died for Ireland, in the lonely woods of Upton far away. Some were thinking of their mothers, wives and sweethearts. Some were thinking of their dear old Irish homes. Some were thinking as they moved along the valley, as they marched out from Cork City to Macroom. So let the moon shine tonight along the valley, where our heroes for Sinn Féin in ambush fell. May they rest in peace, those men who died for Ireland, in the lonely woods of Upton far away. Sorry, no one else.
John, come and still with snow white hair, so feeble and worn with care, and her son by her side, in manhood's pride, was ruddy and fair and tall, so ready of hand, so fleet of foot, so halsey in his mind, that he often forgot the tender care that was still in his mother's eyes. That the tender care, the cruel words were easy to do and say. When sorely wounded with flushing cheeks, she answered in thus one day. If the past could only speak, my son, if thou wouldst remember I wrapped thee in those trembling arms and toiled for the night and day.
wishing and waiting and praying till the years had busy strong. If only the past could speak, my son, sure they never would do me wrong. But now I am cast upon thy love, I am feeble and old and grey. Oh, son that I nursed long years ago, remember my love today. Hey, hey, drop by her side in childhood days, for pardon and love to gain. His brown head cast upon her brow, and the tears were on his cheek. And ever since in his youth,
It's hard to trust. Come on, Auntie Maggie, you know it. In the heart to trust.
and I forgot that once he lay an infant upon her breast. So men in your youth and fright, made in your youth and Chatham, remember that once a wailing infant you lay in your mother's arms. Remember that then she was young and strong, and that you will grow old someday.
And the
And the right or the wrong, you'll do and will come back to yourself someday.
No, Joe, thank you. No, positive.
For why the tears are in my eyes, and I seem so far away. Well, sit yourself beside me, love, and put your hand in mine, and I'll tell you of someone I love, long, long before your time. I'm sitting here and thinking of those days of long ago, when I was just a lad like you, and a girl I used to know. Through fields of green we laughed and played, and sang our merry rhyme. Oh, we were young and happy then, long, long before your time. Through childhood years our love did bloom, till our hearts they beat as one. And we promised each eternal love in the church below the town. We settled in this little place, I was proud to call her mine. Oh, we were young and happy then, long, long before your time. One lovely year was all we had, until the sickness came and stole the roses in her cheeks. My tears they fell like rain. For 9 long months she carried you, but in the end she died. She chose to go so you might live, long, long before your time. So you ask me why I look so sad on this bright summer's day, or why the tears are in my eyes and I seem so far away. It's just you look a lot like her when your eyes look into mine, and you smile so much like she did, long, long before your time.
That's not the first time I heard her sing. Don't know. Your turn now, me good man. Oh, he's coming along this way. And there's one song that will go down where you must be sick
It's
of.
not the one you mean.
No.
County Roscommon. Oh no, it's not. Is it? What is it then, John?
Well,
Come
that's
on.
In your own time, like
Alright.
in your own time, yeah.
Maggie. The Danny Range.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Anyone you like it, talk it out.
a bit of it, I don't know. The sun was sinking in the west, and it fell with lingering rays through the branches of a forest where a wounded ranger lay. 'Neath the shade of a tall mere tree and the sunset silvery sky, far away from his home in Texas, they laid him down to die. Going to stop his life's blood flowing, the fount was all in vain. The tears rolled down each man's cheek like light showers of rain. Up spoke the noble ranger, boys weep no more for me. I'm crossing the deep waters to a country that is free. The comrades gather closer and listen to what I say. I'm going to tell you a story while my spirit flies away. Way back in northwest Texas, that good old homestead days, there is one who for my coming with a weary heart will wait. A fair young girl, my sister, my only joy, my pride. I just said goodbye to her, I have no one left beside. I loved her like a brother, and with a father's care, I strode through grief and sorrow, her little heart to spare. And my father, he lies sleeping beneath. My mother, she lies sleeping beneath the churchyard sod. And many an hour has passed away since her spirit fled to God. My father, he lies sleeping beneath the deep blue sea. I have no other kindred, there's none but Mel and me. When the country was invaded, the call for volunteers, she threw her arms around me and then burst into tears, saying, "Go, my darling brother, drive the traitor from our shore. My heart may need your presence, but our country needs you more. It's true, I love my country, for her I'd give my all. If it weren't for my sister, I'd be content to fall. But I'm dying, comrades, dying, she will see me nevermore. In vain she'll await my coming outside our cabin door." One great smile, brother, gather closer and listen to my prayer. Which of you will be her brother and give her a brother's care? Up spoke the noble rangers, they answered one and all, "We'll be to her as brothers till the last one of us fall." One great smile of pleasure o'er the ranger's face was spread. One dark convulsive shadow, and the wounded boy was dead. Far from his darling sister, they laid him down to rest, with a saddle for a pillow and his arms across his breast.
Well done, Maggie.
'Twas I lay dreaming of pleasant days gone by. My mind been bent on rambling to where the tide did fly. I stepped on board a vision and I followed with the will, till at length I came to anchor at the cross near Spencer Hill. It been on the 23rd of June, the day before the fair, when Ireland's sons and daughters and friends assembled there. The young, the old, the brave and the bold came the duty to fulfill at the parish church near Clooney, a mile from Spencer Hill. I went to see my neighbours, to hear what they might say. Sure the old ones were all dead and gone, and the young ones turning grey. I met with the tailor quickly, he's as bold as ever still. Sure he used to make my breeches when I lived in Spencer Hill. I paid a flying visit to my first and only love. She's as fair as any lily, as gentle as a dove. She threw her arms around me, saying, "Ah, Johnny, I love you still," as she's passed the farmer's daughter, the pride of Spencer Hill. I dreamt I held and kissed her, as in the days of yore, saying, "Johnny, you're only joking, as many's the time before." Sure the cock, he crew in the morning, he crew both loud and shrill, and I woke in California, many miles from Spencer Hill.
They say you are going, we will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile, for they say you are taking the sunshine that brightens the pathway a while. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu, or remember that Red River Valley and the cowboy who loved you so true. When you go, I don't know the next bit, Daddy, come on, by the ocean, may you never forget the sweet hours that we spent in the Red River Valley. We have exchanged many flowers. Silent rain, Lord.
Fed up washing dishes and making drops of tea. Kitchen is like a midden, and the parlour is like a stay, and that half a foot of clabber on the street out by. I must go down tomorrow and we kill it to the cross. I'll have to get a woman or the place will go to loss. I fothered all the cattle and there's nothing after that, only scratching round ashes with an old tomcat. There's a buzzing in me head from the time I light the lamp. Place be like a graveyard, bar the mayor I give a stamp. So, I took a notion in me head to make a plan, to make a match with wee Robert Sarah Ann. Did any of us ever know wee Robert? Well, he's nothing but a wart, a near begotten old thing that be's neither well nor sick. Scratching in the chimney corner or going hopping on a stick. Yes, you knew the one about the girl who went roaring through the fair. I wintered with wee Robert, sure I could somewhere anywhere. I used to make wee Roberts every Sunday after prayers. And Sarah, Sarah Ann would fetch the teapot up the stairs, to the parlour up the stairs. Oh, be Jesus. We'll go on another bit. And took him down to speak for me and asked for Sarah Ann. She bid me ask him for 100, but all he gave her was a cow and 20 pound. I pushed him for 20 more to help to build a buyer, but you might have be asking the stone behind the fire. Says I to John, my neighbour, we're only losing time. He can keep his girl under prime. There's plenty of just as chancy women in the country as her. I'm sorry, I see the trouble that a man takes on. From the minute he marries, his peace is gone. Forever in fear of a neighbour's sneer, and my own experience cost me dear. I lived alone as happy as Larry, till I took it into me head to marry. Tilling me fields with an easy mind, going wherever I felt inclined. Welcomed by all as a man of price, always ready with good advice. The neighbours listened so they couldn't refuse, for I had land and cattle to uphold me views. Everything came at me beck and call, until a woman appeared on the street at all. A beautiful girl with a twinkling eye, a modest gait, a beautiful girl with a modest carriage, a twinkling eye and ripe for marriage. And gaped like one born mindless until I took her face for a form of kindness. But that wasn't what the Lord intended, for he marked me down like a man offended. And there I was on my marriage night with me, oh God, and me comfort ended.
Beaten lying, I'm tempted, my darling, to steal you away. So help me, my darling, steer up my way. You know that I love you, and I'm not the cheating kind. I'm faced with a heartache at love's cheating line. Don't let me cross over love's cheating line. You belong to another, but you'll never be mine. I know one step closer would be heaven divine. Don't let me cross over love's cheating line. I try to forget you, but what else can I do? When your eyes keep saying that you love me too. I know if I lose you, not a dream have I left. I don't want to cheat, dear, but I can't help myself. Don't let me cross over love's cheating cheating line. You belong to another, but you'll never be mine. I know one step closer would be heaven divine. Don't let me cross over love's cheating line. Don't let me cross over love's cheating line.
Early dawn, I met a jolly turfman as I slowly jogged along. We chatted very freely as we jogged along the road. He said, my ass is tired and I like to sell my load. Now I've got no refreshment since I left home, you see. I'm wearied out with travelling, says the turfman from R.I.P. My cart is broken, moor and friend, my ass is very old. Sure it must be 20 summers since that animal sure was pulled. He was yoked to that cart on November 33. He trotted for the midway from Arjahan to R.I.P. That's what I know now.
Until who live by the seaside, for place or farm and beauty, it been all the village pride. Till at length a young sea captain came, young Mary's heart to gain. He'd been through the sea, loved Henry, whilst on the raging main. One evening to take the air alone, so she chanced to stray down by a lone set silvery stream that ran upon her way. She met a false young villain as she went upon her way. If you will take young Henry, this false young villain, he cried, you may sink or swim far, far from him on the waves of the tide. In trembling lips cried Mary, shall my vows I never break. For my own I love young Henry, and I'll die for his own sake. He bound her with a silk handkerchief, and he drew her to his side, and her body he sent a-floating down by the waves of the silvery tide. Young Henry on his pillow lay, it was there he could find no rest, for the thoughts of lovely Mary disturbed his weary chest. Young Henry rose, put on his clothes in the midnight gloom to see, down by the royal ocean, down by the waves of the silvery sea. He knew her to be his own true love by the ring on her right hand. Although by the silk handkerchief give him to understand the name of the false young villain was in letters on every side. It was true that he had murdered her on the waves of the silvery tide. This false young villain was taken on the scaffold to be his doom. For murdering lovely Mary, all in her youth and bloom. Young Henry went distracted and he roamed until he died. And his very last word was Mary on the will of the sin.
Here, here.